What's up, guys? Simply Coco here, and welcome back to my channel for yet another speed build. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for all the support on my last video, yesterday's video. It's my most popular video yet, and I really hope you enjoy this video and all my future videos to come. So again, thank you. Sorry if you hear cars or stuff. I am outside. But today we are building a beach tiny home, and it's my very first time building in Sulani. I need to build here more because it's really pretty. And I didn't realize, like, I knew how pretty this world was, but like building here just like solidified in my mind that, wow, this is like the best world as far as like graphics and scenery, and it's just so gorgeous. I tried to take everyone's advice and make this video kind of not as chaotic as far as the camera movement. I'm still, fairly new to YouTube, and I really appreciate all the feedback you can give me, and I'm sure the longer I do this, the better it will get. So just stick with me and we will get there. Basically what I did was I would, pick a frame and just kind of stay there for as long as I can, and did what I could do, did what I needed to there, and then would move the camera to the next spot. So hopefully you can see that I did try to not make you all sick as you're watching it. I did really take my time with this build, because mainly just so it didn't go so fast. But I spent probably an hour and a half just on the exterior. Like the first 11, I've noticed that when I record an hour and a half of footage and then I speed it up 8 times, that gives me 11 minutes of the speed build. So the first 11 minutes of this speed build is strictly exterior. I thought I really enjoyed doing the exterior of this build because it was so pretty. It was mostly green. Like there's not a lot of like flowers that are in Sulani, but I do still really like how this came out, how the landscaping came out. I thought it was so pretty. It blended into the surroundings almost perfectly. I like a more professional simmer, I don't think could have done it any better. Like, not to boost my head up or anything, but I just really like the landscaping I did that much, and I'm proud of it, and hopefully you like it as well. But yeah, like I said, I did really take my time on the exterior. At first I was going for a micro home, but then I was building this from reference. I did take a lot of artistic liberties with this one, but I still was building from a reference photo, and there was a deck in the reference photo. So I went ahead and put the deck, and obviously that made the tile count excuse me, that made the tile count bigger than the 32 tiles needed for a tiny home. For a micro home. So this is a tiny home. This is the tier 2 tiny home, and you get all the same benefits except your relationships don't build as fast and your plants don't grow as fast in a tiny home, but you still get the reduced bills. Your skills still gain twice as fast, and you still get you get all of the benefits of a tiny home, of a micro home, except for the plants growing faster and the romantic aura where your relationships build quicker. But as you can see, this is the deck right here in the back. I think I might even extend it out one more because there was a few things that needed to go on there and they weren't fitting. So I think I do bump it out one more. Yeah, so I'm just still doing the exterior. Like I said yesterday, I'm getting really burnt out on voiceovers. I can never think of what to say because there's only so much to say about the build itself. I mean, because you're literally sitting here watching it, so you can see what I'm doing. So I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh, now I'm putting this, now I'm putting that. But if you're back to the build, actually, if you're wondering why I put this table that has the tablecloth over it, it's because, again, in the reference photo, it had one. And I thought that it looked really pretty, actually, on this deck. And I end up putting some candles on it, and it just, when I take the screenshots, it's literally the most beautiful thing with the sun looking out over the water. It's really pretty. Now I'm just doing this outside deck. I'm doing some plants, and as you see, I put like a bottle of wine on the table in between the two chairs. I put some, what is it called? Sunscreen. I put sunscreen on the table as well. And then I just recently got Jungle Adventure, and Jungle Adventure has these like wall vines or wallflowers. I'm not really sure if they'd be considered vines, but they look just like the ones that come with Island Living, except they just go on the wall. So I put those out in front. The reason why I just tried to put that Santa surfboard there is because in the reference photo there was a surfboard, and that was the only surfboard item we have, but obviously I didn't want it there with Santa, so I got rid of it. I wonder why surfing didn't come with Island Living. Like, you would think, I don't know if Sims 3 Island Paradise had surfing, but you would think they could add surfing. I don't know, maybe the animation for that would be too hard because, I mean, yeah, they have jet skis and yeah, they have those boats, but they would have to animate a sim standing up on a surfboard and riding the waves. So I guess that would be a little bit harder, but it would be cool to have surfboards. Maybe we can get that in an update or something. I'd be down. I mean, I'm not one of these simmers that's like, I have my frustrations with the game, especially when I'm building, but I'm not one of these simmers that's like, oh, I have to have this, I have to have that, I have to have this. Like, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm still going to play the game, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying there's not things that I want or would enjoy. I'm just not going to sit here and like harp about it, and not to say that other simmers do harp about it and it gets on my nerves. It doesn't. Like, most of the time I agree with them. I just don't feel the need for me to say how I feel, especially, if I don't think I'm gonna have any say in the matter, But as you can see, I moved on to the inside. I do have this Murphy bed here. I used the full-on entertainment system that came with Tiny Living. Obviously, since it's a tiny home, I did use mostly Tiny Living things. I put that wall bookshelf, and I put that little cushion thing under it as a to sit on. And I did play test this when I went to take the screenshots, and everything is playable. The bed will come down. Your sim will use it. Your sim will sit on that ottoman that's under the bookshelf. They can sit at the computer. The only thing is, as you can see right now, I'm doing the kitchen, and there's a bathroom that's right behind this refrigerator. And if you notice, there's a Murphy bed on the other side. So at this current moment, there's no way to get into the bathroom. But I do realize that eventually, literally when I'm completely 100% done with the kitchen, I've cluttered it, everything, completely 100% done with it, is when I'm putting a rug down, and then I realize that there's no door to the bathroom. I'm about to move on to the bathroom when I realize there's no door to the bathroom. So you'll see, I can't talk. I don't go with this table, but I do end up putting a table there. It's one of the bar height tables that came with Dine Out. So I tuck that into the corner, and what you'll see me do is you won't see me do this because I cut the footage so that I could figure out how I was going to get this door to the bathroom. But I end up putting the refrigerator next to that table. This is the table I use. it came up really quickly, but I went through a few options before I finally decided on that one. It is it's not the longest one, but it's the second longest one, and I still only put the 2 chairs. It's this one right here. And I think these bowling night chairs, bar stools, really, really, really went well, both color-wise and style-wise for this build. This plant I put right here, and I really, really enjoy this plant in this color. And once I eventually move the, what is it called? The refrigerator right there. So I have to move the plant, but I just put it outside. Yeah. And then it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do above the cabinets. I mean, not the cabinets, above the counters. So I go with this shelf that actually came with Tiny Living. And then I couldn't find something to go on the other side because it was too short of a space, and everything I was putting there was cutting into the window. And I hate when things cut into windows. It's the most unrealistic thing I think you could probably do. So eventually I just replaced that little, I don't know what they're called, the overhead thing that goes over the oven that catches the smoke and stuff. I end up replacing that with one that can go lower, and then I'm doing this now, and then I just put a second Tiny Living shelf right here, connect it to the one that was already there. Now I'm gonna start cluttering. So I put some tea bags in this build, and I put a tea maker, the tea brewer, but it's not actually usable. It's purely decorative. If you want to actually use it, you can just click on it and move it to another counter. But the way you do that is you have to place it on a bar counter, size the bar counter down, and then you can alt place whatever's on top of it anywhere you want. But as of right now, you cannot use that tea maker. Even when I rearranged the kitchen to get the bathroom door in there, you still can't use it where I put it. You probably could had I put it in an actual slot, but I just left it where it was. I felt like that was okay. So now I'm just finishing up the kitchen. I really like this rug that came with, I think, laundry. It either came with Laundry Day or Parenthood. I'm 75% sure it came with one of those packs. Now I'm doing the lights. I go with the smaller hanging light from bowling night. I put that one in the living room, and I wanted those throughout the entire house, but in the kitchen it was kind of hanging. You can see me placing the light now. In the kitchen it was kind of hanging too low, so I put just a base game light in the kitchen. It's this one, the like kind of colorful one. I don't know what you'd call that kind of light. I mean, obviously it's a ceiling light, but with the like lamp shade around it, I don't know if that type of light has a particular name. But now I'm moving on to the bathroom, and I mean, bathrooms are boring and pretty self-explanatory. So again, I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much for the positive response on yesterday's video. I understand that studios don't have 2 beds. I mean, I understand studio apartments don't have bedrooms, but I couldn't really think of another name. I mean, like I said on Facebook, 2-bed spaces didn't really make for a great title. Maybe just 2-bed studio apartment would have worked. But I will definitely be doing more apartment renovations. I'll probably do another one tomorrow. I'm also wanting to work on a Greek-inspired build for my Homes Around the World series, so that will be coming pretty soon, probably this week. And then part 3 of my very first Let's Play Brindleton Bay, title still pending. Part 3 of that will be coming out on Thursday. So yeah, I've got some good stuff coming out on this channel. This Let's Play, it's kind of going slow, but that's on purpose. But it will be a quick Let's Play because I have another Let's Play in mind that I'm really super duper excited about. all I'll say about that is group home. Okay, but I won't give anything else away. So now I'm just putting lights on the outside, scanning around. And yeah, thank you guys again. The screenshot should be rolling, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.